United States to take military action.
If you gas a baby, if you put a barrel bomb in to innocent people, I think you will see a response from this president.
Human rights groups say Assad's regime dropped nearly 13,000 barrel bombs last year alone. And they did it again today. But the White House rushing to clarify, saying nothing has changed. There is no new red line. This afternoon, Secretary of Defense James Mattis upping the ante with this new warning to Syria.
If they use chemical weapons, they are going to pay a very, very stiff price.
And Cecilia Vega with us live from the White House tonight. And Cecilia, we want to get back to Sean Spicer's comments there because he did apologize for saying even Hitler didn't use chemical weapons just moments ago. He went on cable television to issue that apology. Let's take a look.
Was obviously trying to make a point about the heinous acts that Assad had made against his own people last week, using chemical weapons and gas. And frankly, I mistakenly used an inappropriate and insensitive reference to the Holocaust, for which, frankly, there is no comparison. And for that, I apologize. It was a mistake to do that.
And Cecilia, as you know, Spicer was then asked if he himself is now concerned that his own credibility is at stake here.
Yeah, David, he doesn't believe that he's got a credibility problem. He says that's why he's on TV right now making these apologies. He says when you make a mistake, you own it. But, David, I think the bigger question tonight is not whether Sean Spicer thinks he has a credibility problem. It's whether the president thinks Sean Spicer has a credibility problem.
Cecilia Vega at the White House for us. Thank you, Cecilia. We turn next tonight to the other firestorm, this one over the passenger being dragged off of a United flight. At first told the flight was overbooked. The image is now seen by millions around the world, outraged over how the airline handled it. Well, tonight here, United CEO out with a new statement. ABC's Alex Perez at O'Hare Airport for us.
Tonight, United Airlines hit by severe turbulence. The video of that passenger being dragged off his flight to make room for United employees is seen by hundreds of millions around the world.
Oh my God, look at what you did to him!
He said, well, why am I being chosen? What did I do?
Even after being pulled from the plane, the passenger bolting back into the cabin.
Nowhere. We saw him running back towards the end of the plane. He had blood streaming down his face. He appeared to be very just distraught, very confused. He was not in the right state of mind at this point.
Tonight, that passenger, who has been identified as 69-year-old Dr. David Dow of Kentucky, is undergoing treatment at a Chicago hospital. Records show his license was temporarily suspended after a felony conviction more than a decade ago involving his prescribing of drugs. The passengers report he did nothing unusual other than refuse to give up his seat on the overbooked flight. Tonight, the investigation ongoing, with one of the aviation security officers put on leave. The CEO of United, Oscar Munoz, who received a public relations award as Communicator of the Year last month, yesterday called the passenger, quote, disruptive and belligerent. But tonight, in an about-face